Hello. It's been a while. It has been 10 long years since we last spoke. I remember the time when you were so young and eager, ready to conquer the world. Through these 10 years, we have learned so much. Lost some, gained some. I remembered how you wanted to go to medical school and be a doctor. Your dream came true. And the girlfriend that you're hoping to get? Well, Emily's engaged to me now. Anyway, how have you been? Hey guys, Shanq Koo right here. I hope all of you are well in these tough and difficult times. Recently I've just turned 30, so as my birthday present, Emily has bought me to a tiny home up in the northwest region. And here we are in the Lucy. But before I go any further into this video, we might want to head inside Lucy. It is a bit cold at the moment, so I'm just gonna go. Part of turning 30, it is quite a major milestone for myself, as looking back at the last decade or so, there are a lot of things that I've learned, a lot of things I wish I hadn't done, some things that I wish I could have done better, and obviously a lot of things that I wish I could have learned. The 20-year-old me is someone that is fresh out of the military, quite lost about what he's want to do with life, but one thing for sure, he is confident, arrogant and rash. One of the main things that I wished when I was 20 was that there was someone that could have told me about this are what would have happened if you had done things a bit different. So I thought this might be a good opportunity to share with you guys what I have learned. So number one thing that I've learned over the last 10 years was that not all relationships are worth holding on to. As a 20-year-old, your friend circles will be rather different from when you are 30 years old. At your 20s, you are someone that wants to go out all the time, hang out with your friends, do fun stuff, cool stuff, and as a result, you don't really stay at home much, and that weakens your family bonds. But with the group of friends that you're hanging out with, you need to be more selective about the types of friends that you're going out with. And I have made a video not too long ago about toxic friends, which you can check it out. I do recall there are relationships where I've gotten pretty close with someone that I thought would be a long-lasting friendships, and because we share a lot of things in common, but as quickly as we got together, we do fell apart after realizing that expectations does not meet reality. So my advice to those of you out there who are in the current situation is that do not hold on to this kind of relationships. Some relationships, as long as they will stand the test of time, those are the ones that are worth holding on to. But friends, family, some of them are like visitors in life. They do come and go. At the end of the day, it is up to you to decide what relationships are crucial to you and what you should be holding on to. Number two, good things comes to those who wait. Now the 20-year-old me is rather impatient. I want things to get done, and I want them done quickly and efficiently. And one thing that I'm really bad at in my 20s is waiting. I have no patience at all. But ironically, as quickly as I want to get things done, or as quickly as I want things to come, every time I do finish a certain phase or part of my life, I actually do wish I have spent a bit more time in that part of my life. When I was in the army, all I could think about was completing my military service as quickly as possible so I can start my civilian life, do adult stuff, step into the big world. But when I do get discharged from the army, I was so lost I didn't know what to do. That was when I wish I have spent my 2 years in the army a bit more productive, training, rebuilding skills that I could actually implement in my real life. But instead, I packed my bags, came to Australia, and for the first year or so in Australia, I was really just floating around doing odd jobs, trying to figure out what I want to do in my life. And then I got into medical school. And in medical school, all I could think about was I want to finish medicine as quickly as possible so I can stop working part-time. I don't have to juggle so much. Just want to be a doctor and start saving people. But when I do complete medical school, became a doctor, sometimes I do wish that I have spent a bit more time studying. So as you can see, every time I complete a phase in my life, I always look back and think, oh, probably I could have done better, or I should spend a little bit more time in this. Thus, my advice to you young 20-year-olds out there, don't rush things. Live the present. Good things will come to those who wait. Have patience, because one day you will get there. Lastly, I would say this is the most important thing that I've learned, which actually changed my life, and that is be happy for other people. The 20-year-old me is rather competitive. I want to be the best at everything. I want to be the smartest. I want to be the most athletic, the fastest, the strongest. I don't like it when there are stronger people around me, and I always feel the need to establish myself as an alpha when I'm in a group. As a result, whenever someone someone that is pretty smart, good, I always view them as a competition. And as a result of this is you build a barrier of wall between the other person, and this actually stops you from actually forming a real friendship. But no, I was competitive back then, so I only thought about I need to be the best, build a wall on myself, and this actually slows down a lot of things, prevent me and the other person from lifting each other up. And this never really occurred to me until one day I was having dinner with my friend, and we were talking about someone who was actually going around trying to prove that she's actually the best to every single colleague of hers, their bosses and everyone. And I just made this comment to my friend saying, oh, thank God I'm not that competitive. And that is when my friend Nat, she actually said, you are actually very competitive. And this actually shocked me. I was taken aback, and I started revisiting different events in my life, and I do realize, hey, I never knew that I was actually being so competitive. People feel uncomfortable when they're around me because I always feel the need to establish myself as an alpha. And by revisiting this part of life, I learned to be happy for others. And as a result, this miraculously made me happier. So one thing I would like to tell all of you here is that don't be envious of others. Be happy for others, because if everyone else is happy, you will be happy too. There's no point in life if you're the only one winning and everyone's losing. Now, the reason why I said this is one of the most important points is that by revisiting this part of my life, I actually realized that this is the bad thing about me that I have to change. And as a result, it opened up a new aspect of my life where I started revisiting every part and every aspect of my life, my behavior, the way I deal with things, my perspective of things in life. And this allows me to make different changes, cut out the things that are bad, improve on the things that are good. And this is actually what motivates me in my life right now, and which is part of the reason why I want to share with all of you this journey of mine on this YouTube channel, so that all of us can start doing the same thing, do some self-reflection, re-examine our life, and live a better life. So these are the three main things that I have learned in my life over the past 10 years. And I'm interested to learn about what you guys would tell your 20-year-old self, or if right now you're in your young 20s, what would you tell someone in your teens, your 15 or 16-year-old? What would you tell them now that you have gone through what they are about to go through? Let me know in the comment below, and I'll be very interested to find out. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next week.